today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Throwing to start the drive. Kirkland dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Throwing on first down, Kirkland. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Patton. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Kirkland. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. It's Holloway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kirkland, and that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Hall rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off play action. Hall rolling to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hall. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Kirkland on the out route. He completes it to Hall. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kirkland. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Kirkland. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Kirkland firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 1st down, Kirkland. He finds his man complete. It's Porter. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Porter. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll look to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away?
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Kirkland steps away to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start with the somewhat rare visit of Pittsburgh heading down to Tampa Bay, and it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. The Buccaneers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Packers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. throwing to start the drive. Kirkland throwing middle, and it's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Kirkland. Oh, he put it on the carpet. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 20, 10, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is now an even 30. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw on 3rd down, Kirkland. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
19 Tiger.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Straight ahead, Walker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Back to Walker on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. On 3rd down, LeBlanc. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And his As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Kirkland throwing quickly to Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back to throw. Kirkland. They'll set up the screen for Hall. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Kirkland. Locates Mooney on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Walford's got it. Complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Kirkland. And he fires one that's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. And
now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Again, it's Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he gets this up past the 30. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Holloway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing on 1st down. Kirkland buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, Kirkland. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for